Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is SPM Bars, and we are live at a Box Pod TV 100 episode recording. When we are live, joined by co-founder one and only Cindy. Vile jina yako ya sinema, lakini watu wanamjua kama Joyce. Yani mimi namjua kama mtindi. We've come a long way. An amazing actress, amazing host, content creator. How's life?
Life is good. Life has been busy. I actually can't believe we're in July. I just turned around and it's July. How? Didn't we start the year the other day? But it's been a good year. I'm feeling blessed. I'm feeling grateful, and I'm so happy this day ran so smoothly.
What do we need to achieve? What do you wanted to achieve this year so far?
I mean, do you ever achieve everything that you want? Once you get to a certain level, you keep adding and you keep adding and you keep adding and you keep thinking you're never going to get to the end. But one thing for sure, I'm grateful for how far I have made it. I can actually look back and see that all the hard work I put in is actually paying off.
Best moment, best highlight so far?
Of the year? I mean, definitely Boxport at 100. That's not a small feat. Come on, 100. Do you know how many 100 episodes? We're talking about 3 digits, 100. This is definitely the high. I can't even think of anything else right now. This is my highlight of the year.
Joyce, did you ever imagine you'll make it to 100 episode? What is the biggest lesson you've learned since then?
Hey, no, definitely for sure, especially because there's a time we went on a very long hiatus. And I honestly didn't know if we were going to come back. I didn't feel ready to come back, but the biggest lesson I've learned so far is just show up. Like, nothing comes easy. It's just one day at a time. You can have the biggest dream in life, but it starts when you show up consistently. Like, consistency is key. You can't just wake up and you're where you want to be.
The journey so far, which episode or moment still makes you laugh?
Hey, there are so many. Wow. But right now, the one that I can remember the most, the most recent one I can remember was the Bazukizo. If you're a Boxport fan, you know what I'm talking about. When I say Bazukizo, you know what I'm talking about. That was hilarious.
Now tell me, what is the hardest part of keeping it Boxport TV consistent?
Obviously, working with 3 different people is like a relationship with 2 other people. You can imagine how hard a relationship with one person is. A relationship with 2 other people is twice as hard. But I'm not saying I don't enjoy it. I am not saying I don't love my cast members. I love them and I'm so grateful for them. But yeah, we had to synergize, if that's a word. We had to figure out how things can work between the 3 of us, because it's not just about me. There are 2 other people I need to consider.
Talking about the chemistry between you, KwamBox, and Mr. Kerry, I want to find out from you. Do you guys disagree at times on topics to discuss off the camera?
All the time. We have heated arguments all the time. We just have to package it nicely for you guys so that you can enjoy and learn from it. But that's the thing. You don't have a conversation with yes men. You don't have a conversation with people who just agree with you for the sake of it. And that's why I think it works the way it does. We disagree, but at the bottom line is we still respect and love each other. Yeah.
Hitting 100 episode, what next?
What next? Bigger and better. We have a new segment called Run the Tape, which is doing so well, which was born out of Boxboard. We didn't even see that happening, but we were like, wait a minute, this can be a segment all on its own. So we are definitely going to have new segments, more exciting guests, some games. I'm so excited, guys. I don't think I can even explain. There's so much in store.
Lastly, a message to Boxport family. Sorry for that.
Just thank you. We are grateful. Keep it Boxport. Keep liking. Keep subscribing. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And thank you for sticking with us. It means so much.
Thank you. Welcome back. I'm being joined by one of the best leading podcaster we have in the country, none other than media personality, amazing host, super talented, multi-talented, by the way, one and only KwamBox. Boxport TV hitting 100 episode. What a milestone. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. I had to tell these people to keep quiet.
Looking amazing as well.
Thank you. I'm very, very excited, and thank you so much for saying, the lovely words. I never thought we would have made it to 100. I mean, I never thought we were going to go this far. We started something, and we never really thought about where it was going, but we're grateful.
What comes in your mind when you hit 100?
By the time we get to 100, I started looking back, and actually just going through all the other episodes we've done. Tumesema vitu mob. If you have never watched, you have 100 episodes of just craziness. Just go watch it.
Did you ever imagine you'll hit 100?
No. Like I said, we started as just Key Vibes. And then as it grew, the audience started demanding us to be serious. And I have to thank, and that's why we're doing this event, to thank the audience, because if it wasn't for the audience, I feel like we would have probably just continued being very heavy with the podcast. And we know very well that there's, a community that has come together. So the community charged us to come back, and we appreciate that. Yeah.
Talking about 100 episodes, the biggest lesson so far you've learned through all this?
Is that podcasting, see side hustle. Podcasting, if taken seriously, first podcasting, see side hustle. So if you're planning to do a podcast, find the right people to do it with so that you can have longevity, right? If you're just doing it because at you guys vibe, right? If you don't have the same vision of like, this is what we're trying to do with our lives, it will be difficult because you'll get to that crossroad and you're like, I was just having fun. Or money will come and split you guys up. So you have to have a vision and a strategy. But if you're thinking you can just do podcasting at it looks fun for those guys. So even me, let me just sit down and do it. Do you know how many podcasts started with us? You know how many of them are, So, and even us, like it's the grace of God and the love of boxers that we're still here. Yeah.
Now, talking about the chemistry, a podcast hitting 100. How did you guys met, by the way?
How did we?
How did you guys met?
So I started, I used to be on radio with Kerry Martin. And then after a while, I moved to another station. But so that's how I met Kerry. I met him at work. But Joyce, I knew her, I think, from like 2016. But then I met her on the pod. Yeah, I met Joyce in 2016, and it was good vibes. So I just felt like, because I was also on an episode on her show, so I thought it was, when you just know chemistry. So I've experienced a lot of co-hosts. So I knew that for us to do something dope, we needed people who were also, light. It's not just about bands. It has to be a healthy mix of munelewana. You can go downtown and can go uptown. Unaweza kanam say there are people who you can sit with and you're giving a scenario and all they know is like one side of things. So I picked people who I thought knew and can be able to speak on, any matter and also are open-minded, people who love to make themselves better. And that describes my co-hosts. Yeah, so that's how I pick them.
If you had to pick a word for your co-hosts each, what is the word you choose and why?
So Joyce is definitely a girl's girl, right? Like, she's that go-getter girl. Kerry is the guy who babes love in totality because he's gentle, but then at the same time, he's got this silent strength, which we love. So he makes it safe to talk to him. Yeah.
How do you guys, three of you guys, make the vibe authentic, real?
Do you know, funny enough, we never plan the content. I mean, we do general planning, like this is who we're going to have as a guest, this is what we want to talk about, but and we'll plan. But the actual words that are said on the podcast is all freestyle. So just do your research, which what makes our show happen. So by the time someone is opening their mouth to speak, they are well informed, yes, about the matters that they're speaking about, so that you can create an opinion. So yeah, because all we do is share our opinions of information that we've seen.
You have the best episode so far. Where can you pick your best episode?
There's so many. It's difficult to pick a best episode, but there are few. Any episode where we've laughed throughout has to be a topic. Yeah.
Tell me, how do you guys handle, positive criticism, feedback?
But a discussion, there should be varying opinions. So if someone comes to a comment section and says, I do not like that, they're being part of the conversation. They are allowed to, right? If you're sitting in a space and you want to have conversations only with people who are just telling you what you want to hear, you're not ready to be on a podcast. Yeah, because it comes with criticism. The moment you share your opinion, there will be a differing opinion, and you should be okay with that. Yeah.
Because KwamBox, you see it's very hard because you've mentioned earlier, so many people started a podcast with you guys, but now consistency is different.
Even just this latest episode where we're with Tony Ndungo, and I have this different opinion. And after the conversation, we realize something different. So It's not about always being right. It's not about, people high-fiving you. If you want that, be safe. Don't share opinions. If you want to be safe, don't ever share an opinion. Then nobody will criticize you. But if you share opinion, it comes with the territory. So for those people who do podcasts and then they stop because they're afraid of the repercussions, it's because you weren't sure about your opinion, right? An opinion is an opinion. If you've done research and this is genuinely what you think, and if you've done your research, you should be able to stand by the repercussions. So for example, when someone stands and starts saying, me, this kind of people, I don't like them, you should be ready for those repercussions because you should have done research to know, should I be saying stuff like I don't like this kind of people, right? So if you're going to go out of your way to offend people, great. But if you're going to have a conversation that some people will find offensive, right? Because you're like, you know what, I think, for example, I'm giving an example, like, for example, if this Christianity, the way it is packaged right now, it doesn't fit within African values that maybe young Africans care about. You get? There are people who in the Christian community will be like, she's attacking us. But am I? No, I'm not. I'm giving a personal opinion. So if you are in the podcast space, you should be ready for people. Not all opinions you have will be things that people like. So we know that when we're in that space, we're ready for criticism. It's just the same way when I'm on the radio. Unasema mazee, unaona hiyo outfit, this new fashion, I hate it. And half the nation likes it. You've already, but you go into the job knowing that it's part of the territory. That when you share your opinion, you have to allow right of response.
Boxers will want to understand how have they helped you maybe change your personality, because now talking to them episode every day, has it changed your personality? Maybe you see things, how you do things differently.
I think we grow. I learn a lot from Joyce. I learn a lot from myself. I learn from Kerry. From them I see myself. From conversations that we've had, I look at a conversation that we had like 2 years ago. I'm not that person. You get? So if somebody watches an episode that I did like maybe 3 years ago and I had an opinion about, men, blah, 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 or maybe babes, da, 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 and now I'm saying something different, they shouldn't come to me and say, but KwamBox, you said, I'm an evolving human. Now I'm saying, this is my experience. And that's what it is. Opinions are not cast in stone. It is, I think. It is not a fact. This is what I think. These are the facts on the table, and this is what I think. This is what I think today. Tomorrow I can think something else. So I feel like because of that, because I've shared so many opinions, when I go back, I'm like, wow, that's what I thought 3 years ago. Maybe I was hurt. Yeah? And I can see that, and I can see the growth 2 years later and say, wow, okay. And I'm grateful that I have the platform to now tell that same person, you remember what I used to say? Now I think this. Exactly. It's the way forward. It's opinions.
I've got a legacy question for you. When people look back at Boxport TV years from now, how do you hope it will be remembered for?
Even if we stop here right now, I'll be okay. Why? Because the legacy of this podcast is, I learned this from you guys. I learned this. I thought this. You guys made me think this. There's a time I even paused the TV. You've had people saying I pause the TV, I think, and ask myself. And you see, when I was growing up watching TV, this is what I wanted. And that's probably part of the reason why people are not watching TV right now, because what you're trying to serve us is not what we want to watch, right? People want to, and we did research about our audience. We know that people are aspirational to, I want to be better. How do I deal with this relationship? And that's why we share our opinions and we bring stories that resonate. So if we're talking relationships, we know our audience is also going through those things. Hey, nowadays siku hizi hata watu hawezi trustika. Una date huyu ana date ule. So how then do you handle those circles? Because and guys will be like, just be brave. But at the center of it, you get heartbroken. So we bring these things. And if you check our pod, we've talked about heartbreaks. We've talked about, hey, I'm seeing someone. Oh, I've been dumped. We talk about these things because people don't like talking about these things. But there are things that everybody experiences as an island. Na kuna mtu anakufundisha. So for us, what we say is, we share our experiences. And if you learn from us, great. Yeah.
Is there a topic you feel like you can touch, you can discuss? These are no-goes.
I feel like unless it's ways to kill someone, no, right? Unless it's something that's hurting someone, no, we are not going to discuss that. But if it's all our conversations are aimed towards elevating, right? We're not coming here to teach you. That's not what we're doing. We're coming to have our conversation. And if in the process it resonates with you and you learn something, bet. So the day we'll stop doing this is if we notice that we've reached a saturation point of letting people information or whatever they want to, and we're seeing people are not great, it's good to let it go and let them find another community. As simple as that. But our community keeps us grounded. Like even this event is just to be able to see them and go like, and you can hear the suggestions they're giving us. We want you to do this. We want you to do that. We think you'd be good for this. And that. So it's a very interesting.
And that brings us to the last question. What next? Are we expecting to see a box pod on the road?
Yes.
What more?
In fact, the road will be in campuses. So we thought, because a big audience of ours, a big core audience of ours are university students. So we said, instead of coming to hotels, we take it to them. So this event was just for 100 people, but then we're going to kick off a campus tour where we now take those conversations into the campuses. Because, hey, those are the audiences that tell me, I never knew this about really. And I feel like I'm talking to my big sister, my big brother. So that's why we're bringing it to campuses.
All right, KwamBox, thanks for your time. Wishing you all the best. I can't wait to see you hitting 200 episodes.
And I cannot wait to say this. I'm super proud of you. Kiddo, there's nobody who works like you. There's very few people in this industry who are as genuine as you are, and especially about work. Unajua Sheila, napenda mboka. And I love people who work from their heart, not ati unasukumwa, so... the only way can be.
All right, welcome back. I'm being joined by Arsenal diehard fan, superstar, media personality, one of the founders, Box Pod TV, hitting 100 episodes. Nasim Chezo, Nasita Fadali. Kerry, congratulations. 100 episodes. How was the journey? Do you remember the first episode?
I remember the first episode, but I can't remember what I said. First episode was Nairobi Street Kitchen. And it was a lot, We have come so far, and getting to 100 episodes, all I can say is just, I am so grateful. I didn't see this happening because when we started the podcast, we just started as friends having fun, having a release where we can go and talk about things that we can't talk on conventional media. And then I just realized that I have like-minded people who think the way I'm thinking. So the podcast just grew that way, and we are here, 100.
Kerry, tell me, which guest or episode that made you feel like, yeah, we've really made it. Mama, we've made it. Moment of Boxport TV.
Walshy Fire, Major Laser. We had such an eye-opening conversation with Walshy, and Walshy is this guy, man. He's toured the world. He's been in each and every single room as a creative. You feel like you want to go in and be there, sitting down and picking his brain and having to hear words from Walshy, him saying that he loves the podcast. I actually felt like it's eye-opening, and I felt like we're doing the right thing. Shout out to Walshy, man. Yeah.
Now, I want to find out from you, how has being on Box Post changed you personally, on a personal level?
On a personal level, I absolutely love it because Boxpod made me believe in myself. Boxpod made me believe in the fact that I can be who I am without a salary from employment. I can go and do what I love and even go on and surpass my expectations. So I am absolutely grateful for being on this podcast because I wouldn't have realized that I could just go on and do what I'm doing with my own microphone other than someone else's.
You have a dream guest?
Yeah.
Who's that?
Chloe Bailey.
If you had to describe Boxport in 3 words.
He didn't even ask why Chloe Bailey, but I think he knows, and you know.
We know.
Yes. Ati, what?
If you had to describe Boxport in 3 words.
Raw, unfiltered, uncut.
And lastly, if there was a rap battle between you, Joyce and KwamBox. Who do you think will win their battle?
I'm a gentleman, so I will not participate in that battle because I'll win.
You win. All right. Lastly, Kerry, what next? 100 episode. What next?
200 episodes.
200. Why not 300?
No, see, that's next. So you ask next after that. 300, 400. So it's more and more and more and more episodes. The channel is growing bigger, better, more shows. We just announced one show that's going to be happening today. Or rather, we just announced one show today that's going to be happening. There's another show coming. There's more shows coming. And just hang on tight. Like, more exciting things are coming on to Boxport, and that's what it's about.
Thank you so much for your time. One word to Boxport family.
O is for audacity. Have the audacity to do whatever the you want.
You're cussing, brother. You're cussing.
Yeah, they blipped because I cussed. Because O is for audacity. Have the audacity to do that.
All right.
SPM Buzz.